Good news, girl. This video found you at the perfect time. So I've been hearing that you need a reminder of who the F you are. Well, girl, welcome back to the Get Up and Glow podcast, where you will be reminded and have all of the It Girl action steps to help you step into your confidence, become a iconic It Girl, and remember who the F you are. Girl, in all seriousness, welcome back to the Get Up and Glow podcast. I'm your host, your self-improvement fairy godmother, Madison Haynes. And in today's video, you are going to learn how to become confident once and for all. And I have compiled every single thing you need to know to put you on the path to becoming your best, your most confident self. Chapter number 1, healing your fear of rejection. So here's what's up. For every single chapter, we're going to go into a question that you may have about confidence, something you're asking yourself, okay? Then we're going to dig deep and it might hurt a little bit, but we're going to get to that root cause of that problem, the thing that's holding you back, so you can address it once and for all and actually lead yourself to the path of becoming your most confident self. So bear with me, okay? But I promise if you stick it out through this entire episode, by the end, you are going to feel like a whole new girl. You might find yourself always wondering, what are other people thinking of me? Do they like me? Do they like my outfit? You go out, you question yourself all the time. Girl, it means you're insecure. And that's okay, because a lot of us are. And you might be asking yourself, why am I so insecure? We're gonna get to that root today. Let's get real. You feel like you can't dress how you want, you can't say what you want, you can't be your true authentic self because you're afraid that people will judge you, that people won't like you for it, that people will make fun of you, and if they do that, then what's the outcome gonna be? Or are you gonna lose friends? Are you gonna be that weird girl? Blah, blah, blah. You're scared of what people think. You want to hold yourself back from being your true self, to put on a brand of being a cool girl, of having your life together, X, Y, and Z, but it is causing you to be in so much mental stress. Girl, let's just be real. You can't be yourself because you can't accept yourself. So what you go and do is instead put on a filter, a mask to protect yourself. So you go out in public, you dress a certain way that's safe. You go and say safe things. You're not 100% your true authentic self because you were scared of being judged. You don't take risks. You don't go and raise your hand in class or speak up in that meeting at work because you were scared of failing publicly. You were scared of people judging you. But girl, you can watch a million of these videos, but the only thing that's ever going to heal that is if you look for the root cause of why you feel that way. You are radically honest with yourself and you choose, okay, this is how I'm feeling. Now I'm going to question why. And that is hard. It's uncomfortable. But go easy on yourself because, girl, your fear of being judged, your fear of not wanting to take risks is literally because you are human. This is deep-rooted psychological and social mechanisms that are on part of you that keep you alive. It's your survival instincts. Here might be some of the root causes of your insecurities that are preventing you from being confident. And once you learn these, girl, your life is going to change, especially at this last one. As humans, we have an evolutionary need to belong. We're social creatures. Way long time ago, our survival was dependent on groups. If you were part of a group, you had more resources, you had more protection. Thus, your likelihood of survival was higher. Our brains are hardwired to avoid rejection because in the past, being rejected meant risk, and that risk threatened survival. Or people just tend to overvalue what everyone thinks about them. We want to be perceived as smart, as good enough, as beautiful, whatever. And this instinct is just a need that every single human being has. We just want to feel accepted. So we look for that validation in other humans. Social conditioning. From a very young age, we are taught to follow the norm, to quite literally go with the flow, to show up to class this time, to go here at this time, to do this, to be a good student, to be a good girl. And what did that lead us? With a perfectionist mindset. We are all type A girlies just after that gold star sticker. And because we were gold star kids, it made us develop a gold star mindset where we need to be perfect at everything we do or we're not good enough. We are a big whole mess, a failure of a human being, and that causes us anxiety. You also probably have a cognitive bias that you are unaware of, and it is ruining your life. The spotlight effect is such a good example of this. Essentially, what the spotlight effect is you think that everyone's looking at you. You think everyone's judging you. You think everyone's even thinking about you, but girl, it's time we be humble, okay? Let's humble ourselves because I hate to break it to you, but everyone in life, they're just obsessed with themselves. Even if they go and make a little quick judgment, they're going to be on to the next thing within 5 seconds. And those people who are judging everyone else are more insecure, the most insecure with themselves. People don't have the time to worry about what you're wearing, what you're doing, that mistake you made. And a lot of the time we have empathy. So if you go and trip and fall on your face in front of a room full of people, you might think everyone's making fun of you. But in reality, most of those people in the room, at least the ones that you'd want in your life anyways, actually have pity and they feel bad for you, not in the, oh, take pity on you type of way, but in the supportive, like, oh, damn, girl, that sucks. I have been there before type of way. We are all just human beings wanting to support each other. The next time you do something embarrassing, don't beat yourself up for it. I was literally at an event a month ago and my Spanx were showing right through my low back dress. You know, some girls probably would have pointed and laughed, maybe took a photo of me, maybe made fun of me, whatever. Number one, those types of girls you don't want in your life. But you know the ones that you do want? You want the girl who came up to me, whispered in my ear, hey, your Spanx are showing. Literally, a complete stranger helped me tuck it back into my dress and then moved on with her day. The moral of the story is people are judging you a lot less than you think, and you'll be surprised at how many people are actually rooting for you. You might have a negativity bias because so many people do. And what does that mean? Essentially, think about all the positive things people once told you in your life, that you're smart, that you're pretty, that your outfit's cute, that you're good at this, you're good at that, blah, blah, blah. And you think, oh, that's nice. But the one time someone has one bad thing to say about you, you might get 100 good comments on a TikTok video, and that one person who is trying to be mean, you care more about that than all of the other good positive stuff. But why? It's not your fault. Our brains are hardwired to focus more on negative feedback than positive. But here's the thing about confidence. Yes, we're going to talk about how to fake it till you make it. Yes, we're going to talk about action steps that you can do to be the most confident it girl version of you. But until you actually recognize why you think the way you think, question yourself when you catch yourself having those negative thoughts so you can rewire them. It's only until then will you genuinely change your mindset. Then you will genuinely change who you are as a person and become the best version of you. It is not your fault that you're insecure. It is not your fault that you think this way. It is not your fault that you feel anxiety, that you are worried about what people think of you. It is okay. Give yourself a hug. Literally do it right now, girl. Give yourself a hug and tell yourself that you are safe, that you are good enough, that you can do anything you set your mind to. And it is okay that you think this way, but you know what you can do? You can't control that, but you can control your afterthought to remind yourself, I am not being chased by a bear right now. I'm actually not in danger. Life is not that deep. People actually care about me. I care about me, and that's really all that matters because I know I'm good enough. I know I can do it. I am proud of myself. And carry on with your day like the mother effing girl that you are. You don't feel like you're good enough. And the question is, why? The reason you're so scared to fail is because deep down you might feel inadequate. Why? Why don't you feel good enough? Why don't you think you can do that thing that you set your mind to, the thing that you're dreaming of so badly? Shame goes hand in hand with feeling not good enough, which leads you to be insecure. Why are you ashamed of what you want or who you are? Why are you trying to mask it? Why are you trying to hide it? Are you trying to rebrand to be the best version of you? Or are you trying to rebrand to hide from yourself because you don't feel good enough? And the question is, why? Well, girl, good news, because I am here to tell you once and for all how to stop caring about what everyone thinks about you and being so scared of failing. You are going to reframe failure. Why is failing so bad? Do you know what failing teaches you? Failing teaches you that something is not working. Failing teaches you that, oh, you know what? I need to try this again, but in a different way. Okay. The only true failure in life is if you fail and then give up, or fail and just keep on doing the same thing with no result, or fail and keep on doing the same thing without changing anything, because that's literally the definition of insanity. But if you fail, you might feel, oh, this sucks. I tried really hard on that. Or, oh, this sucks, but I actually didn't try. Okay, there's your answer. Regardless, you are going to scoop yourself back up and say, it is okay to fail, because failing is actually the blueprint to success. Because now you know that option A didn't work for you. Great, now let's try option B or C or D. You are going to keep going until you win, okay? Failing is not something to be afraid about, to be ashamed of. Publicly failing? Nope, that's fine. You know why? It is cool to try. It is cool to be passionate about something. It is cool to not give enough about what anyone else is going to say and post that reel on Instagram. Who cares who sends it to who? If you think it's cool, if you want to try to be a creator, then you go do it. If you want to try out for the baseball team, or if you want to go up to the girl in Starbucks who has a really cute bow in her hair and try to make friends, do it. Yes, you might get rejected. Yes, you might fail. But then who cares? The world is going to keep spinning. Rejection is just redirection. If you want to live your best life, you better get super comfortable with being rejected, super comfortable with failing in front of many people, because the people who don't try never will. You'll never become anything. You'll never do anything with your life if you don't get up and try, if you don't get up and do your best, okay? If you keep yourself locked in a little box because you're scared of people making fun of you, you're scared of what everyone's thinking, you're never going to amount to your full potential. superficial. And that is the biggest, most embarrassing failure of all. But no, you're not going to do that anymore, okay? Who cares what these people from high school are saying about you? Who cares what your coworkers might be saying about you? Who cares what your family might be saying about you? Do you like you? Do you love who you are? Are you passionate about that thing that you really want to start, but you don't because you're embarrassed about it? Why are you so embarrassed about it? That is really cool. It is really cool to have a talent. It is really cool to be passionate about something in life. Life is short. Live your dreams, enjoy your passions, pursue them relentlessly. Focus on self-validation, girl. Don't look for it in other places, okay? Don't look for it in those guys who don't text you back. Don't beg for it from people. You need to start telling yourself that you are good enough. You need to start believing in it. Even if you don't right now, you're gonna look at yourself in the mirror every single day and say, girl, you look great. Girl, I am so proud of you. Girl, today is going to be a good day. And even if it's not, even if I fall right on my face, you're going to get back up because you are so strong. And I am so proud of you. And don't just say it to yourself at the start of each day. I want you to say that to yourself consistently as you move throughout every single hour of the freaking day. Practice exposure. Exposure therapy could be free, okay? People pay thousands of dollars to go and do exposure therapy. And if you want to do that, be my guest. But girly, you can just go out and say, what am I afraid of? Okay, I'm afraid of being perceived. You know what you're going to do? You're going to go alone to a restaurant, sit down in a Panera with a good book, and you're going to read. And I can guarantee you the first time you do this, you are going to not be able to read a single word on that page because the whole time you're going to look around and be like, are people judging me that I'm eating alone? Oh my God. But then the more and more you do it, the more and more you will feel confident in yourself where you just disappear in public because all of a sudden you realize that no one's looking at you. And even if they are, why are you judging them and thinking that they're going to say something mean? That's actually mean of you to think that that person is mean. Because for all you know, they could be thinking, wow, her haircut's really nice, or her eyes are really pretty, or I like her shoes. I wonder where they're from. How many times in a day do you go and look at strangers and when you're actually looking at them, you're judging them? Like, genuinely answer that. And if the answer is, oh, I judge everyone all the time, girl, that is a deeper issue and we need to work on that first, okay? But I hope and pray that you are the girly who goes and admires people. You're the admirer. You see the good in everyone else. So why don't you think people see the good in you? They do, girl. And which leads us to our action step for this chapter, which is when you catch yourself being hard on yourself and assuming that everyone else is judging you or having that fear of being perceived, I want you to remember the spotlight effect and that things are not that deep. You don't have a spotlight projecting onto you. You think you're the main character of your own life, and you are. But you're not the main character if everyone else is. Stay in your lane. Remember that. Be confident in the choices you make. Be confident in who you are and just live your life freely. Chapter number 2, comparison to others. You go on social media and you constantly compare your life to everyone else, and it's so easy to do that, and it's so unhealthy for you. It's time that stops now. You compare your life because you think perfect is the goal. You think that you should be living in a perfectly clean home and you never slip up, no dirty dishes in the sink ever. Your clothes should be completely gorgeous, all matching, all nice brands, looking great all the time because who would be caught dead in messy sweatpants? Your hair has to be gorgeous and shiny and frizz-free. Same with your makeup, glowy, flawless. That does not exist in real life. The girls you are seeing, and you probably do this too, which is fine, Facetune, or they go and smooth out their stuff, or they go and they take those photos that are completely staged, they clean their houses. You're not seeing the real them, okay? Number 1, follow content creators that are genuine and that they're gonna admit, my life ain't perfect. I'm doing this for show because most of them do. Like, genuinely, they do. It's their job, okay? And everyone else, all us normal people, do the same thing, okay? Think of when you post something. Are you posting when you're sad, when you're crying? Are you posting that selfie with you with no makeup on, with your hair? No. You post the best of the best, and so does everyone else. So stop comparing yourself. You are doing yourself a disservice trying to change yourself because at the end of the day, you can't run away from you, girl. You keep trying to do it, but it ends up right back here. Searching why am I so insecure? How to be confident videos on the internet. Girly, I am telling you how to be confident. And that lies with self-freaking acceptance. You are that girl, okay? I don't care if you're weird, if you're quirky, if you have whatever is going on with you. That is unique, okay? That is your brand. You are the brand. You don't need to go and pretend that you like a different style to be cool. You don't need to go and do XYZ to make yourself look a certain way. What is cool is embracing that unique trait, okay? Think about it. What is one thing that makes me different? Maybe you're a little weird. That is okay. I am so weird. My dream is to be a content creator, and I got on here so deeply passionate about self-improvement because, long story short, 5 years ago, I completely lost myself. I was not confident. I was about 45 pounds heavier than I was now, not making good decisions with my life, so confused at the direction direction I wanted to take my life. And I worked so hard, and I still do every single day, to be the best version of me, to heal myself, to heal my mindset, to become emotionally mature, emotionally stable. And it is a journey. But I don't want for a second for you guys to think my life is perfect. No, right now, my house is a complete disaster, and it usually is, because I work a 9 to 5 job. I try to keep up with my gym schedule. I try to go and do content creation basically full time as well. XYZ, 100 things. And I know you have 100 things going on too. So it is okay that your life is not perfect. It doesn't have to look a certain way every single time. Because if I don't make videos because I was like, you know what, I don't fit in with the other types of girls who create this stuff. I am not, a model. I am not a size 0. I don't have the picture perfect apartment. If I let that stop me, I wouldn't be here right now. And I just had 100,000 downloads on the podcast. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're insecure about. Learn to embrace it. You can't run from it, girl. In order to truly become confident, you need to stop running away from yourself and instead start running towards yourself. Do it for yourself. You want to improve? Okay, do it because you care, not because you hate yourself. You want to look better? Okay, do it because you love yourself enough to want to take care of yourself, to brush your hair, to go and do those glow up things, because you already think you're pretty, you already think you're beautiful, and you just enjoy making yourself feel even better. If you try and do this from a place of hating yourself, you are never going to love yourself, because it's not until you truly accept yourself for who you are and all of your perfect flaws until you genuinely become confident. Because the it girl is not the it girl because she's a 0 and she's beautiful. Okay, the it girl is an it girl because of her energy. Your energy will be right if you love who you are. Your energy will be right if you hold yourself with confidence, if you have proper posture, if you run out that door in a cute outfit that's a little wild, but you love it, it makes you feel great, and you rock it. It doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter where you come from. You will teach everyone else in this world how to treat you. And you know how you do that? By treating yourself good enough, by not talking badly about yourself, by saying, I know I can do it, I know I'm good enough. Pay attention how you speak. You want to rebrand your life? Okay, rebrand the way that you present yourself and the way you talk about yourself in front of others, because it freaking matters. And I know we just talked a lot about perfection, and if I haven't sold you enough on the reason why you should break up with your need to be perfect, I'm about to. Your unrealistic standards is leading you to constant disappointment. Why do you want to live like that? You don't have to live like that, girl. You can choose to be happy right now, to live your dream life right now. How about that? Your need to be perfect makes you afraid of making any mistake, and your fear of making any mistakes is holding you back in life because you're not trying. If you don't try, you never will do anything. If you don't try, you'll never get your dreams because you didn't even start. You keep trying to change because you're so worried, well, I don't know the outcome, what will people think, blah, 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 and then you don't change and you stay the same, and then you complain that your life is going nowhere. Of course. Don't waste your life away. I am 26 years old. I actually just turned 26, hence the birthday balloons behind me. But you know what I wish I knew way sooner, like years ago? If you are scared, that means you should probably do it. Because here's the thing, if you're scared of something that is illogical, like changing jobs, that is your indicator that you are being called to do it. And you really should, because the fact that you were so scared of it means there's a ton of growth for you on the other side of that door. So I want you to do yourself a favor, okay, and save yourself 3 years in your self-improvement journey. And when you know you need to make a change, open that door right up and walk through. Now I know you might be asking Siri, hey, girl, how do I stop comparing myself to everyone else? Well, hello, my name is Madison yet again, and I'm here to tell you how. Grace, not perfection, girly. Being perfect is not relatable. Do you want to know the best way to meet friends and become well-liked? You can do this with friends, you can do this with colleagues, you can do this with anyone, and it's the best way to build a relationship with someone, and that genuinely is admitting that you're not perfect. When you don't know something, if you just say, I don't know, but I'm going to learn, or you just go and you, like, let's say, spill something on yourself, if you laugh it off, that humanizes you. And you know what? Everyone else around you is just a human being scared of other humans too. We're trying to be perfect. We long to be accepted. We long to be a part of the group. We long for people to care about us, to think we're good enough, okay? But the second you do something that humanizes you and you laugh it off, the other people feel at ease. They feel relaxed around you because now you created an environment for everyone else to open up and be their true selves too. Embracing your quirks is what makes you magnetic. Don't hide from them, lean into them. That is what is going to make you the it girl. And I know that sounds so cliche and so like, ugh, girl, like, no, but I mean, it's so true. It is so true. Think of all the people that you watch online that you love the most. Do you love them the most because they're super hot? Do you love them the most because they talk like this and they're like super cool and they have nice things? No, you like them because of their personality. So go show people yours. Stay on your own paper, girly, okay? Girl, Would you open a book and skip ahead to chapter 10 to start reading it? No. Okay, you'd go, you'd open it, you'd start on page 1. And as you progress through that book, you're going to learn more about the characters. You're going to learn more about the story. So imagine going and reading a book and then going to your friend who's 10 chapters ahead of you and you're trying to talk about the progress you're making. Of course, it's not going to make sense to you. Why would you compare your story to hers? She's literally on a different page. Stay on yours, stay in your own lane, okay? You're going to get there, but you can't until you continue on learning, you continue on reading through the rest of the pages to get to that chapter. Everyone is in a different chapter in their life. Okay, you can compare someone else's chapter to yours. And yeah, you might be the same age as them, but you know what? You didn't live the same life as them. You didn't get the advantages maybe as them. Maybe you needed to learn more than them. Maybe the universe is waiting and holding out for you to get that thing because you're not meant to have it right now. Don't fight God. Don't fight the universe, whatever you believe in, okay? God has something in store for you. He is ready to provide what you want. The universe is ready to provide you with what you want, but only in divine timing. If you get the thing that you've been praying for, you've been manifesting so badly before you're actually meant to have it, you could lose it, okay? It could mess up the entire duration of your life. Trust that what will be will be. Has the universe ever let you down? Have you ever not got what you wanted? No, you're right now listening to this podcast and you have gotten so many things that you once wished for. Be grateful for them and know the things that you want right now are going to come in divine timing. If you want to become confident, reframe jealousy and comparison to something positive. You don't have to think, oh, that girl dresses so nice all the time and I dress like a bum. I don't like myself. No, instead you can say, wow, that girl always looks so cute. I love how she always wears a bow in her hair. You know what? I'm gonna get me some bows. I'm gonna wear something like that. Or tomorrow I'm gonna go and experiment with my style a little bit. Don't be jealous. All inspiration. Chapter number 3, inauthenticity. There is nothing cool about trying to fake your way to becoming popular. Truly. Don't fake your way to success. Don't change your entire personality because you think that's what you need to do to get the guy or to be cool or to get what you want. Because at the end of the day, you're going to build a life that is not true and authentic to you, and you're going to hate yourself for it. Confidence is not about putting on a cool outfit and just pretending like you're that girl and go home and then going home and crying about your life and how much you hate it. Being confident is acknowledging that there's something that you're unhappy with and then doing something about it and ruthlessly, relentlessly pursuing it. What you should aim for is, how do I feel today? Where am I going? Oh, I'm going out. I want to look great. So great. Then you're going to wear that fur coat. You're going to wear that sparkly dress and you're going to go and rock it with confidence. Or if you're like, man, today I don't feel like that girl. Today I feel more laid back. Then be laid back. Your goal should be to do whatever the F you want. And if it's not hurting anyone, then that's okay. That's your permission. Stop asking people for validation. Stop searching for validation in places you shouldn't be searching for it. Literally just validate yourself, girl. Being a carbon copy of someone else and copying everything someone else does verbatim does not make you the it girl. The it girl sets the trends. The it girl does what she wants and she doesn't care what anyone else has to say about it, okay? If you want to be the it girl, you do that. Buy yourself a cool new statement piece, okay? Buy yourself something that you just love that's not trendy right now and rock it. You don't have to be a brand. You are the brand. You don't have to stick to Pink Pilates Princess. You can't deter, or you don't have to stick from being super edgy, cool with leather jackets. No, you wake up one day and you want to be that cool girl, wear a leather jacket and the fishnet tights, do it. Okay, you want to wake up the next day, you want to wear a fur jacket and be super chic with a satin dress, do it. The next day you want to wake up and be a Pink Pilates princess and wear a cute athleisure set with your Stanley mug, do it. You don't have to follow a trend. You are more than a trend. You are a human freaking being. You have multiple interests. You have multiple layers to yourself, girly, and that's freaking cool. Be confident, embrace it. Do the heck what you want. Ask yourself, when do I feel like my best self? And then whatever your answer is, literally just do that. Do you feel like your best self when you are lighting the candles and you're wearing a cute matching set and you're doing your skincare? Great, do that. Do you feel like your best self when you wear a certain outfit or when you do your makeup a certain way? Great, do that. Do you like your hair a certain way? Do you feel beautiful? Great, do that. What do you like? Do that. Now, a lot of people talk about faking confidence until you make it. And I actually do think this is helpful, but I also think solving the root cause genuinely is the most important thing, which is why we talked about that stuff. And hopefully I didn't bore the heck out of you, girly, but we're going to get to the fun stuff now. So we're all good. You want to be confident? Fake it till you make it, girly. Step in to that role of the confident version of you, okay? And I don't want you to change yourself. I instead want you to pretend that you just have woken up right now after listening to this and been like, I love myself now. I accept myself for who I am. I see the light and I'm going to absolutely walk out that door today with the utmost level of confidence. If someone is trying to bring you down and someone is trying to question you or make you feel bad about yourself, even if it actually does hurt, I don't want you to let that mean girl think that she got to you. I want you to pretend that you brush it off, that you don't care in the world what she said and say, oh, that's mean. Call her out on it. Or the best way to do it is just question the person and be like, what did you mean by that? Because when someone says like a little weird comment like that and you just ask them, what did you mean? Like, it's not a mean thing to say that. And it just re-questions why that person is disrespecting you. And then once they hear, oh, shoot, now I have to go and explain myself, 9 times out of 10, they're going to start backpedaling and they're going to feel embarrassed about it. And congratulations, you moved on and you proved your point. But regardless, never fight fire with fire. Don't be a mean person. Remember those people who are saying mean things to you. That's just a reflection of how they feel about themselves. You are mirroring something that they do not like to see. You are afraid of something, but you want to do it. 1, 2, 3, just do it, okay? You want to raise your hand in class because you know it's exposure therapy and it's going to help you build your confidence, okay? 3, 2, 1, raise your hand. Don't think twice, okay? You want to go up to that person and introduce yourself, okay? 3, 2, 1, just do it. Don't think, remove the thought. Your thoughts are always going to tell you to stay the same. Your thoughts might always tell you to run, okay? Just do it. The more you do, 3, 2, 1, and the more you just choose to do it anyways, to do it afraid, the more proof you're proving to yourself that you can do it. That's becoming more confident, because confidence just lies in repetition. You did it once and you're fine. You did it twice, you're okay. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and now you're a pro. But how are you going to get to being a pro if you don't go and take that first step? Chapter number 4, negative self-talk. You are your harshest critic. And it's time that you stop that. You are ruining your life, girl. You want to become confident. Reframe how you talk to yourself. Here's the thing about low self-esteem. People with it often project their insecurities onto others because they think that everyone else is thinking about the same thing that they feel insecure about, okay? So people talk about what they're insecure about. And if you listen, you'll hear exactly what this may be. People might think that they're stupid, so they talk about that more. They downplay their achievements, or they go and nitpick themselves publicly. They might think they're fat, so they go and make remarks about themselves in public. Don't do that for yourself, okay? Be kind to yourself. People don't notice your insecurities as much as you think they do. And now that you know this fact, listen to when other people speak, and when you pick up that someone's insecure about something, validate them. Be a kind person and make them feel good. Mirror what they are longing for into them. It's going to make you feel great, and it's going to make that person feel great too. We could have a whole podcast on imposter syndrome, but really imposter syndrome is just you thinking that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve to be in the rooms that you are. But girl, I'm here to say the door wouldn't open if you're ready. Like, genuinely, okay? You are here to learn something. If you keep thinking you're failing at something and you're like, oh, I feel like a failure for that. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. No, okay, you're not. You're here because this is where you're meant to be. Everything is meant to be. Everything is leading you to your destiny, to who you are going to become, okay? You're not an imposter. You deserve to be in those rooms just as much as anyone else did. You worked hard. Own it. Oh my God, am I too much? Oh my God, am I too much? You are worrying so much about being too much. It is so funny because sometimes you're worried about being not enough, not good enough, or was I too much? Was I too dramatic? Is there such a thing? Don't downplay your personality, girl. Let your sparkle shine. There is going to be someone out there who likes your vibes, who appreciates them. You want to create a life filled with people like that, not a bunch of fake people who like your fake personality. Does that sound fun to you? No, it really doesn't. Here's how you're going to reframe your negative self-talk, catch it and nip it in the butt for once and for all. Number 1, I talk about this all the time on the podcast, okay? If it is not ingrained in you yet, girly, it's okay. We're going to get it. We're going to get it one day. When you catch yourself having a negative thought, that's okay. I want you to give yourself a hug, remind yourself of who the F you are, and then go and follow it up with a positive afterthought. Oh, I can't do this. I'm not good enough. Haha, I've caught it. Instead, I'm going to say, no, Madison, you are good enough. You do try hard. You do work hard. You can do it. You will do it. And then move on with your day. It's that easy. If you want to be a confident person, you have to move like a confident person. And if you want to do that, here's how. They take action. Confident people just don't sit around waiting for things to happen. They take action. They go and make them happen. They speak positively about themselves. It's no blah, blah, blah. I'm not good enough. I don't look good, blah. No, they walk into a room and they know they look good because they put effort in. They self-affirm. They know they worked hard and they're not going to apologize for it. They have a high level of self-worth, and there is nothing any stranger could say about them that makes them feel differently. They embrace failure. Oh, they failed? Great. Okay. Well, that doesn't work. What's next? They set boundaries. Confident people don't let people cross lines. They know what they want, they know what their boundaries are, they communicate them clearly, and they don't budge. They maintain good posture. They maintain eye contact. They go up, they walk up to people, they shake people's hands. When they walk into the room, they don't stay on their phone and slouch. No, they walk into that room confidently with their head held high. They look from one end of the room to the next, okay? They make eye contact. They're not afraid to be approached or be approachable. They take care of themselves. They prioritize self-care because they know they're worthy of that. They focus on growth, not perfection. They don't care about being perfect. Meh, it ain't perfect, put it up broken. We're gonna learn and grow later on. They are dedicated to their craft. They're obsessed with learning, with growing, with improving themselves, not from a place of hatred, but a place of self-love. They celebrate other successes. When someone in their room does well, when a stranger does well, even if it means that they have what they wanted, even if that person got what they wanted and did it faster than the other person, they don't care. No, it's not about comparing. It's about celebrating, because if that person can do it, that means you can too. It means you can learn something from them. And number one, everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves success. They practice gratitude. They are grateful for every single opportunity, everything they have in their life. And because they're grateful, they are able to attract their manifestation so much more powerfully. And they stay authentic to who they are. They know who they are. They know what they like. They're not going to change themselves for someone else. They know that's lame. Chapter number 5, nipping the insecurity about your appearance in the butt. Everyone has an insecurity, whether that be about your weight, about your skin, about your hair, nails, whatever. You need to reframe your mindset. Okay? They're not flaws. They're unique identifiers. That is your trademark. Like every powerful it girl that has their trademark, that flaw that you think is so horrible could be yours. You just have to embrace it and learn to rock it. Your insecurities are not as noticeable as you think, okay? You might have a big insecurity. Most people won't pick up on it. And even if they do, the people that are meant to be in your life will love and accept you as you are. The next time you feel insecure about your body, I want you to ask yourself, when is the last time I remember seeing a stranger in a bikini, or what like that stranger's bikini body looks like? Do you even remember what your friend's bikini body looks like? Probably not. And you know why? It's because when you're in a bathing suit, everyone's so worried about themselves. Literally everyone. And the good news about that is, well, I mean, number one, it's sad. But number two, I guess in the positive way, no one's looking at you. And if you want to go and make that change out of a place of self-love to improve yourself, to improve your health, that is beautiful. And that's what we talk about here on the Get Up and Glow podcast. But you are not going to hate yourself. No more, poor me. I hate me. I'm so ugly. I'm so fat. No, you're a human being. You're a girl who's a busy girl, who's doing many things in your life. You wake up every day and you try your best. Can you say that today? Then I am proud of you. If no one has told you today, you are doing well. You're doing great. You are killing it, girl. Okay? You are beautiful. Do what makes you feel beautiful. Make healthy choices, but also know that there is a balance. So stop beating yourself up over it. Chapter number 6, how to heal your fear of being perceived. Stop tying your self-worth to your successes. People often equate their value with their accomplishments. This will make any potential failure seem like a personal failure, so it prevents you from having the confidence to take action. Focus on intentions, not impressions. So instead of saying, oh my gosh, how are they going to think I look on a first date? Go into that first date thinking, okay, what are the things I really want to take out of this conversation? Understand that everyone's opinion is just subjective. Everyone has their own taste. Does everyone have the same favorite flavor of ice cream? No, they don't, okay? It's just like humans too. We all have preferences based on our own experiences in life, okay? So if someone doesn't like you, that's okay. Do you like everyone? Can you really say that? No, okay? So the next time you hear someone talking bad about you or someone doesn't like you, blah, 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 girl, you don't like everyone else. So remind yourself of that and then just move on. Don't take it personally. Because here's the thing, you're not doing anything to be mean, to make people feel bad about themselves. And you know that. So if you know that, you can genuinely go to bed at night saying, I try my best to be nice and be kind. Who cares what people are saying about you, whether it be true or fake? Stay on your own paper, focus on yourself, and stop caring about what they think, because does it really matter? Redirect your inner critic, okay? This goes to something we've talked about before. When that critic pops into your head, redirect them, okay? Validate yourself. When you say, oh, I'm not smart enough, I'm going to fail this test, go and say, actually, I studied really hard from this test. And you know what? I actually usually make really good grades. So I genuinely am good enough. Allow yourself to laugh it off. Nothing is that deep. It really isn't. Life is going to go on. The things that you're so worried about right now won't matter in a week, in a month, and definitely in a year. Definitely in 10, okay? Don't waste more than 10 minutes being so caught up in something that won't matter in 10 days. Reframe judgment as just neutral feedback in life, okay? This could be about you. It could be about your work. Don't take things personally. If you genuinely want to improve yourself, the best thing to do is actually take that negative criticism and learn how to deal with it. It's such an important skill you're going to need to learn in life. And I'm telling you this right now as a 26-year-old, okay? So I don't care how old you are. You need to learn how to take criticism, or you won't be going far. You won't be getting that dream life you want so badly, okay? Because the more choices you make in life to lead you to that dream life, the more criticism you're going to receive. That is not a bad thing. Learn from it and think, okay, how can I take this judgment, turn it into criticism that's useful, so I can make adjustments in my life that where their critics are valid and actually improve it. Because by doing that, you can save yourself years upon years of learning things the hard way independently. If someone might be saying something that's a little harsh, but there's some truth in it, take their word for it and consider it. Don't just brush it off right away. Find good role models. Are the people around you good for you? Do they bring you up? Do they talk highly of themselves? Do they make good choices in life? If the answer is no, you need to find new friends and you need to find them fast. Who you surround yourself with matters, because who you surround yourself with will be who you become. Okay, now we have made it to the most fun part of the episode, the Glow Up 90s Challenge. What is the Glow Up 90 Challenge? Well, that is easy. I give you 3 weekly challenges every single episode that you can work on right now with a topic of the week, so that in 90 days, you can become the happiest, the healthiest, the hottest version of you. Obviously, this week's challenges are based on confidence. Challenge number 1, I want you to go on a solo date this week. It can be free, okay? It doesn't have to cost money. You could go to your public library, you could read a book. You could go to Starbucks, you could read a book. You could go shopping alone. You could go out for dinner alone. You could go to the movies alone. You pick. This is going to help you build confidence because you are going to go and do something by yourself. So you might feel awkward at first, okay? But you will realize very fast that people aren't judging you. People don't even notice you. It's not that deep. That spotlight effect that we talked about earlier, it's going to go away. And the more you do this, you could set it as a goal to do a solo date once a month. It will change your entire life because it did mine. Challenge number 2, I want you to try something new. Step outside of your comfort zone, okay? I want you to see that door. I want you to open it up for yourself, and I want you to leap through it. This could be doing a Pilates class, a new fitness class you've never done. This could be doing pottery. This could just literally be doing something for free that you've always wanted to try, or an activity like painting you've always wanted to try. Do something. This could even be as simple as just raising your hand in class, and maybe you've never done that before, or speaking up at a meeting, maybe you've never done that before. Something that forces you to step out of your typical routine. And challenge number 3, I want you to wear something bold this week. Really bold. It could be a bright pop of red. It could be just something different, a cheetah print pattern, whatever it may be. Wear that thing that you wouldn't typically put on because it's a little loud. Don't be afraid to be seen. Now, girly, if you made it to this point in the episode, you were a real one. Thank you so much for being here. You probably already heard about my unfiltered content, but if you haven't, I post bi-weekly unfiltered podcast episodes on Spotify. So no matter where you're listening to this episode on, if you want to hear the real, the unfiltered side of me and ask me personal questions for either me or you for your own self-improvement and advice, you absolutely can, and I will respond to them in a bi-weekly episode. It costs $2.99 Canadian dollars, less than your cup of Starbucks coffee. And all you have to do is search up the Get Up and Glow podcast in Spotify, find any episode that says unfiltered, all in caps, click on it, and let Spotify lead you through that process. Regardless, if someone hasn't told you yet today, I am so proud of you. You are worthy. You are beautiful. You are capable of amazing things. I believe so much in you, girl. And I hope that this episode made you remember who you are, remember all the amazing things that you can do and you are already doing, and have that confidence to walk out of the door today as your best self. Because the most amazing part of all is you are already her. You are everything you need and everything you ever will need. You have that all stored inside of you. The choice is yours to open yourself up to the idea of love, to the idea of happiness. You hold that key to your own happiness, to your own success in life. The only question is, are you ready to get up and glow?